You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene. Johnson.
The AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's After Show.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to our Face Off After Show. This is Season 7, Episode 3. My name is Danica Kennedy. I'm your host today. My co-host is
Alana Jordan, and I'm just really loving these alien noises right now.
I know, it's a really awkward start to the show, which is perfect because it's all about ancient aliens this episode. We have some very special guests in the studio as well. We have Sasha Glasser and George Troester. I am messing up my words. It's because I just came from another planet, you know.
You've been speaking alien all day.
I've been speaking all these other languages.
Back down to human.
First question, Sasha, what planet are you from?
It's called Jupiter, and it's really cold.
Oh, it's cold there. That's good to know.
I've been wondering what planet she's been from since I met her.
Since I met her.
Yeah.
Now you know.
You don't have to have
She's
the
the only
makeup.
real alien I know. We're just
True.
in costume, really. Thank you guys for coming on our show. Today's episode, you guys both rocked it.
Thank you.
Completely. I think that's the
So
perfect time to
awesome.
have you in. My favorite thing about you guys is that you just go for it. You know, you're kind of like, I'm just going to go think outside of the box, be extra creative. And you're not going to let someone hold you back. You know, if Michael Westmore says something, you're like, take the advice, but, you know,
Well,
don't go too bold.
Michael Westmore knows aliens probably better than anybody else.
Anyone.
He's made thousands and thousands of aliens, and they're all cool. So, but aliens have been done so many times, and they've been done on Face Off a bunch of times too. So, like, I think this was a cool episode because everybody did something different, like things that we haven't really seen. So,
And it wasn't just aliens. It had to have, you know, the ancient kind of representation. Yours was an Indian goddess, and I thought it was great because you didn't go so over the top. Sasha's, I'm talking about for you guys listening. But I thought it was great. It was very feminine, and I liked the detailing of the jewelry. It wasn't too crazy all over the place.
Thank you.
yeah.
I loved watching you stress, though, on camera. Guilty pleasure.
Yeah, it was good. She stressed twice as hard off camera. So.
It's so
That's
funny
accurate.
watching you like freak out and be like, "Oh, I just think it's gonna be awful," and then you see this perfect thing, and you're like,
it was
"What?"
fine the whole time.
That's what we were all saying. Like during the 2 days when we were working, she's freaking. I've never made a cowl. I don't know what to do. And then she comes out on top looks.
I absolutely tried to leave in that episode, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to leave.
Both of your makeups were my favorite this episode, and I'm not just trying to, you know, kiss your ass because you're on our show right
Yes,
now
you
and
are.
suck up to you.
Yes,
It's
you are.
I'm 100%
It's a little
on
that,
it.
but mostly.
It's a little that, but definitely.
Word. Thank you.
Yours was completely covered too. You
Oh,
didn't
that
even
was
see the eyes.
amazing.
It was like alien, hammerhead shark,
Yeah.
reptile.
It was so cool. I love the like squid hand element
those were thrown together in like a half hour on the last day.
I love it because nobody else really incorporated. You know, aliens aren't gonna have
Yeah.
the human anatomy.
You said that.
so-
have
You were the only one
fingers.
that said alien hands.
I just wanted
aren't
it
going to be
so-
human hands.
Yeah, I wanted it so far from human anatomy that like nobody would look at it and go, "Oh, that's a guy in makeup."
I love that. I was actually really surprised that wasn't in the top.
Thanks. Well,
I really thought that it would because the detail on it was so cool. The paint job.
I think the makeup. Yeah, I was pretty happy with the makeup, but it came down to the wardrobe just being so distracting, and I didn't realize it until I saw it on stage, and it was just this big pile of color vomit. And like
I loved that. Though.
You can
I
argue.
mean, it
I
was
know, I was
very
gonna say,
Joseph in the Technicolor
Yeah.
dream coat, very
like-
bright
I like
and colorful,
pattern on
but
pattern.
it's a loud
I was
makeup
into it.
anyways.
Yeah.
So
When
you
I
might
was-
as well just go with it.
when I was making notes for the wardrobe, I wrote out Technicolor dream cloak. And like that's what I got. He had.
That's what they got.
Yeah,
Perfect.
if you look close, he has
it.
like toe socks, like rainbow toe socks, and like he's just like rainbows from head to toe.
Well, it makes sense because if a creature is that coloration, then those are, that's their neutrals.
Yeah, and with Machu
Almost.
Picchu, you know, and
they're
like the
just wearing
Peruvians and
nude.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to keep it because the Peruvians have like a really colorful, like their traditional garb is like super patchy and like has all these weird patterns and it's every color of the rainbow. So I was trying to hint at that, but it got weird on me.
I liked it.
I'm still,
I'm still on
for it.
board. I don't think it got weird at all.
I'm all about both of your guys' makeups this episode. I want to jump in and, go deep into the episode where we break down everyone's makeup. But before we get there, I want to just talk about you guys and chit chat. I know, George, you're a big Evil Dead fan.
Yeah, I have an Evil Dead tattoo.
Oh, you do?
I'd have to take my pants off to show you.
Oh,
well.
Getting scandalous in the AfterBuzz TV studio.
No, when I was like 15, I was thinking about what I wanted to do, and I was halfway between history teacher and makeup effects, and I saw Evil Dead for the first time that summer, and I was like, that's it, that's what I'm doing. And like about a week later, I signed up for makeup school in Pittsburgh, and then a week after that, I got the Evil Dead tattoo just to commemorate my newfound career.
This was after college?
This was before college. This was in between. This was like, I don't know, in high school at some point.
Yeah.
What inspired you guys to get into makeup? Is it Evil Dead basically for you?
It was that, but like also just getting to be a professional artist and have people like I can't go to school for painting and make a career out of that and have people like get excited and see my work and stuff. But if I paint a creature and that goes in a movie, somebody's going to see that and they're gonna get psyched on it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I was in I went to an art high school, and actually with Danica. Danica went to my.
We've actually
art
known
high
each
school.
other since we were 12, so
Yeah.
if we say anything weird, that's why.
But I was in the art department. Danica was a dancer. So I was in ceramics class, and I was building creatures and monsters, and I don't know, it came from nothing. It came from, I want to build a monster head out of clay today, and I just kept producing all these monsters. And I didn't go to college. I went straight to makeup school because it was like, this is it, like no question about it.
Aren't you glad you didn't go?
I'm glad. Yeah, it was a good decision.
Going on Face Off sounds a lot more fun than college to me, so
Yeah.
good choice.
I went to college too. We're both like, oh, we're the losers. We went to college.
I'm $40,000 in debt.
But all that knowledge you have.
Yeah, sure. All that knowledge that's available on YouTube.
It's great.
Yep. Speaking of YouTube, I did some, internet stalking for you guys, and I saw your, don't be creeped out. It's fine. It's fine. But I was watching your special effects demo reel, George.
It's
You
so
have
cool.
some awesome special effects.
Thank you.
There was this hamburger guy. You guys can look it up online. You just type in his
the
name.
hamburger
It's
head man is my
Hamburger
favorite.
head. There's
Thank
lots
you.
of blood and guts. Just amazing special effects. I've seen Sasha's work over the years. Crazy things. I know you guys have some interesting stories on set with the work that you do. I want to hear like a crazy story of when you've been rushed or under pressure or just something weird that's happened on set. I know it
You got
happens all
one?
the time, especially since your jobs are so
Yeah.
hectic. Even watching the show, I get stressed out. You guys are rushing around and like
Yeah.
all over the place. It
But I
must
think-
be intense.
I think if you're used to being on set, like the hectic nature of the show and the stress and all that, it's something that like,
Realistic.
yeah, I'm comfortable with that. I work mostly under extreme stress. So
I guess a story that comes to mind, one time we had an actress who was on her way to the airport to fly to New York to walk on set of a different show and start filming, and we just had our trailer, so we had to hand bathe her, and so we were like scrubbing her toes, and she had just been filming in a dirt scene, so she'd been running around, and so we were all like, had 4 makeup artists just trying to clean her off, like hand bathe her so she could get on the airplane to go to walk right on
Leave
set.
with the dirt scene, not with we had to hand bathe her. That sounds weird unless you describe that she was in the dirt first.
She had just been running around.
You're like, you don't know that all your makeup artists bathe you after you shoot.
Yeah, if you become a big enough actress, you know, you can work from one thing to another and have someone bathe you.
It was like she would not have been able to. We had to scrub like dirt out of her like nail particles and like her toes and
Nope. That's not for me.
That's what comes to mind.
Nice. One time I did a makeup. I was working with this other artist named Jeff Farley, and we did this like 5-hour witch makeup. It was big, elaborate. She had a face prosthetic and hands and teeth, and we got this whole makeup finished, and it looked. We'd been doing it for 4 or 5 days on the shoot, but this was the best it had ever looked, and we were really excited. And we brought her to the set, and the AD goes, "Oh, we're wrapped, so you can head back to the trailer and take that all off."
Oh, that's the worst.
Mm-hmm. All your work.
Yeah. So we just had to rip those prosthetics off and throw them in the trash and have new ones for the next day.
Oh my gosh, that's heartbreaking.
It really was, yeah.
I bet that happens all the time where directors will see your makeup too and they're like, actually change this, and you're like, I just made that. Worked so hard.
I mean, that doesn't bother me so much because it's just the creative process, like we're bouncing ideas off of one another. Like, you know, I'm making the character, but you have the idea for the character, so.
But a poor production
I have a good one. Oh, I have a good one. Okay.
Go for it.
I was working on an alien film one time, and
Perfect.
Our trailer died. It didn't turn on. So we were
It died? It did not die?
The trailer died.
Okay.
So the power wouldn't go on, and we need power, and we have this 4-hour, 5 or 6 silicone piece makeup that we're doing, and we had to do it without. It was dark outside. It was like 4 a.m, so we had to do it without light, and it was completely a mess. But the part that I remember is that our actor wanted toast. He wanted his toast.
The
and
diva actor.
We were like getting PAs and like to try to get some toast out to him because he really needed his toast. And at one point, and the PAs were terrible. They weren't bringing us any like toast. So I was like, just bring us bread. We have a toaster here. So they finally bring us some bread, and I stick it in the toaster, and the power's out, so we can't toast the bread. So I grab the toaster, I run all the way to the hotel that we're filming in, I plug it in, I push the button in, and I find myself in this room with all the camera guys doing tests. And they had to turn the lights off to practice some camera tests, and I'm just standing there.
You're just making toast.
Making toast. And I just remember that, and then I just run back to the trailer to get him his toast.
Oh, man.
So your craziest makeup job stories on set have nothing to do with makeup. You're bathing people and making toast.
Actually, yeah.
Under high stress.
I feel like that's just you. I feel like that's not typical normal makeup artist.
On set, that's
duties.
You asked about set. That's what set's like.
Yeah, you kind of just do whatever. And also, Sasha has toast maker and actress bather on her business cards.
Oh yeah,
toast maker.
Professional toast maker.
You know where to go.
Yep. Special skills.
So back on the makeup track instead of toast. I feel like we keep talking about your last name sounds like Toaster.
It does.
Toaster. So
it does sound
perfect.
Like toaster.
Aliens and toast. We're all about it this episode. What type of makeup do you guys like doing the most out of everything?
What do you like doing?
Out of everything, I mean, I'd probably pick
like sculpting.
Yeah, prosthetics and yeah. I mean, genre. I would probably pick fantasy. Is my favorite.
Nice.
Yeah.
I really I like doing old age makeups. I like doing like super realistic, like anything that like a fat makeup or a like a race transformation or old age and stuff.
That's a more mature answer, and it's harder to do.
I just think they're fun. It's just cool to see something come to life, like a real old man just standing in front of you, rather than like a weird alien thing that could be anything.
Speaking of fat old men, your character last week, not you, calm down. Gotcha. Let me finish the sentence. Your character last week, Big Tuna, was amazing.
We were talking.
Sig, got all the credit, I felt like. And
yeah, we were talking about this, because the first episode, they had the double elimination.
Yeah.
So I felt like part of the challenge last week was the teamwork and having that aspect. So
yeah.
I did think it was a little bonk that it wasn't, there could be 2 winners. I was like, if there's a double elimination, why can't there be a double winner?
Yeah, that would have been cool. Me and Sig were actually trying to push them to do that because we kept like switching back and forth on the sculptures.
Yeah.
And the only thing that we did individually was he built the fat suit and I built the cigar. So like when it came down to it, we were kind of thinking, is it going to be the cigar or the fat suit that's the winner? But the fat suit was awesome. So
but the cigar was so cool.
Together is what made it so awesome.
Yeah, I feel like the teamwork aspect of it is what made that work so well, because I felt like, no offense, but Barry just kind of shut down your idea pretty quick off the bat, which made me a little sad.
But Sasha's bomb was the bomb.
It was pretty bomb.
It was
literally.
It would have been cool if they could actually do 2 winners.
Yeah.
I just thought the teamwork was so spot on for that one. So that's my critique face off.
That's part of the challenge, though, working with someone else.
Yeah, and you'll see that in later episodes that comes into play, just because in the industry, if you can't work with somebody, you just can't work, and you're always going to be working with people that
more important.
you don't like.
You have to be able to collaborate.
Yeah.
The moral of the story is you should just be able to work well with them.
Agreed.
Yeah, must be able to play well with others.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Sig's fat suit was really good.
Which I feel like this episode, you were kind of like everybody's cheerleader.
Yeah,
because
that was weird, right?
Yeah, it was just everyone was like, I don't know what to do, and you're like, you can do it. Don't take it too literal.
You're the cheerleader of the episode.
Well,
and you were having the meltdown, kind of, even though you didn't need to at all. You were just a little stressed. But that's okay. The makeup turned out fabulous in the end. And you were the cheerleader helping everyone out, so it was very yin and yang.
Did it feel like that when you were filming? Or
not at all. I was just like people asked me questions and I would respond to them, but it was like every shot of me, I was just walking up to somebody and be like, oh, that's cool. Good work. Like,
good job. Don't doubt yourself, man.
I feel like we all gave each other advice the whole time, but I feel like we may have been really all freaked out, and you may have been the calmest and able to help everyone out more.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like Vince was probably the calmest of everybody.
Vince was the most.
Vince was
degaff.
Was all get out. He was just walking around like
he was just like, whatever,
it's like
mine's done. Like, I'm chilling.
Yeah, it's like everybody's freaking out. I think it's just,
yeah, he like did. I feel like you were still working on things, and you were still like taking the time to be like, Doc, don't worry, man. Like,
there was a point where they show Vince just standing there, like looking into space. I mean, I'm always looking into space, so
well, that's where you're from. So.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Just secretly trying to get home.
Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite shots of you were when you were spaced out. It was so funny. Oh my gosh.
I love the Sasha face.
The Sasha face. Exactly.
Just wide
I don't do that.
Talking to Dina
I don't
too,
do that.
and she's like, you're like, is this right? Like, I go like this, and she's like, yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
This show gets better and better as we get to see you guys more. I feel like this is the first episode I've gotten to see both of you really and your personalities.
I did want to see more detail on yours.
Yeah,
though.
I'm sure there'll be pictures and stuff out. But you see it a good bit.
Yeah. But I wanted to see like the final, I didn't get to see the rainbow toes. I think that's a cool.
Yeah, I
want to
didn't
see
notice
these
the
details
socks or anything.
Yeah, he's wearing like Jesus sandals and everything too. It's a whole mess.
Oh my gosh.
Rainbow?
No. He's wearing
toe socks.
The rainbow toe socks.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
To match his outfit.
Of course.
There better be a picture.
I'm sure there will be.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love all the makeups. Well, if you guys want to check out our after show, you can do so on iTunes. If you're not already listening to us on there, all you have to do is go onto iTunes, type in AFTERBUZZ TV, check out the Face Off after show. Be sure to subscribe to that. We're also on YouTube, AFTERBUZZ TV's website, and you can check out a lot of our other after shows as well. We both host some other shows there. Parenthood for one of them,
and HBO's The Leftovers.
Yes. Well,
really
let's
good show.
dive into the episode then.
All right.
Talk about this week's. Do you guys have any personal favorites apart from what the judges picked. What were your guys' favorites this week?
I picked George's.
You can pick your own too.
I was a big fan of yours, and Rachel's was really good
Yes,
too. I
we
liked
really
Rachel's
liked
a lot.
Rachel's, and I loved the iridescent fabric that she added in. It kind of like gave it like an extra dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shapes were awesome. The colors were awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, there was some. I liked all the makeups, even though they were kind of, you know, giving shit to. I'm sorry, can I swear on this?
I do it all the time.
Okay,
I don't
good.
really know.
That's
Just
too
go
late.
for
Too
it.
late.
Too
Whole
late
thing
anyway.
shut down. Pull the
Even
plug.
though, yeah.
Oh.
Even though they were kind of critical of Doc's makeup, I liked that too. I thought it's a little weird and lumpy, but for as much trouble as he had getting the makeup finished, I thought it came out cool.
They
I
kept
feel like-
harping on how depressing it was.
Yeah.
I feel like Doc and Vince too, both of them had very similar ones. I feel
Well,
like their
they both-
aliens were, you know, they could have been
Yeah.
of the same world. They had the Easter Island, I know, the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
influence, but
That was I think
know,
they
they
could
were-
have bounced ideas off of each other better in the design phase, just to make sure they weren't going too similar.
yeah, and I feel like they were really harping on Doc, but I was like, well, Vince's looks just like it, kind of.
Well, Vince had a really interesting makeup
He had a
because he
good
totally
concept.
like
Yeah.
it changed the whole shape of the
Yeah.
head and like made him he looked like an Easter Island head. And it was cool how he put the eyes like hidden in
Yeah.
the cheeks and
Very
stuff.
cool.
There were some things there that were pretty unique, even though it looked like
More
something that we've
simple,
seen.
kind of.
Yeah.
But
I felt like they were
Bold.
hard on Damien's. There were some cool shapes going on there. I mean, I think
I
they
liked
were.
his.
Yeah, I was
I
really-
didn't think it was gonna be in the worst.
I didn't either.
They were
I liked it.
They were mad because it was kind of strictly
Too angular.
or it
Yeah.
was too obvious.
But that was
a
kind of his
pyramid,
thing.
but-
It was like an antenna for alien
Yeah.
knowledge or whatever to like beam
Well, he even
through
said
his
he
head.
wanted it to be kind of, you know, inspired by the pyramid with
Right.
that kind of point,
Yeah.
with those kind of those symmetrical lines that lead to that very diagonal
Yeah, I mean,
type shape, which I thought worked really well.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
mean-
like
They didn't like the gold paint either, the
Yeah.
highlighting first.
Yeah.
But he was trying to do that to reflect the pyramids and all the gold that
But
they
the-
have over in Egypt.
well,
you know,
usually with
in his
colors like
character.
that, if you're going like blue and gold, you'd want to do your blue first and then build up to your gold on the highlights. So he was kind of working backwards.
and I feel like V pointed that out and flat out said, you know, you started with a highlight, you have nowhere to build from there. If you
Yeah.
start with your accent,
Exactly.
you don't have a base. But I didn't think that one, I mean, that's obviously a flaw, but I still think overall it looks so good. I didn't think
Yeah.
it was going to be in the bottom.
He
was a
seemed
cool
very
makeup.
genie-like to me, like a Jafar kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
blue
cool.
alien.
Yeah,
Big Aladdin
genie
fan over
Yeah.
there. Ooh, excited.
All of my favorites this episode looked like they walked straight out of Doctor Who. Like that's, I feel like all of the best
Perfect.
looks like just looked like
Oh,
they were
Out of this world.
Yeah.
Stella's one fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, hers was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why she was the fan favorite and won this week.
Yes.
And
Yeah, she
I don't know
deserved
if they showed, but she also vacuum formed all these petals that were in the back
Oh,
of the
yeah.
head. I don't think
Hers
they.
was insanely
Yeah, they didn't really show.
detailed.
They
It was
didn't.
on
Crazy
the
detail.
neck.
They talked
Yeah.
about it, but they didn't really show.
Yeah, she vacuum formed this little like a clay shape, I think, and cut out all these little flower petals and stuck them into the head. So it was these really
How were they
thin
even stuck in there?
prostate or something, just like a prosthetic
What,
glue.
like Telesis or
Yes.
hot glue? No.
I don't think she would have hot glued
Hot
on the
glue
back of
would
that
have
girl's
been
head.
reliable, but yeah, I think she
Yeah.
used Telesis, but yeah.
Right
pretty
away,
impressive.
both her makeup and your makeup, it was, you saw the Indian theme
Mm-hmm.
right
Oh,
away,
yeah, we both
and
got Indian,
aliens.
yeah.
You guys hit
Good
it
choice.
right on the nose.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I really, really like that. I feel like too, Gwen, who was eliminated, sadly.
She knew she was gonna
She
get
knew
eliminated.
because it wasn't even just the air pockets and the foam. It wasn't like the problem.
Mm-hmm.
She obviously had really bad problems with the seams and everything. But
I liked the face. I was like, oh, it's almost
Yeah.
there. I really
See?
liked it, but I was like, oh, if she, like the paint and everything, it was
Yeah.
just, her makeup was just falling apart, and she knew it was.
well,
starting to
I
crack.
feel like they even pointed out it was very demon-esque, not alien-like. And I felt like what I'm looking at kind of the nerd things that I like to watch. I see everybody else's is looking very Doctor Who and hers looking very Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which I'm like, that's not the challenge. Like, it's a cool thing that you created, but it doesn't quite fit the world that you were supposed to create.
But then again, like, who's to say what an alien looks like?
That's true. That's very true.
It could just be this ethereal cloud of gas or something, or it could be that pagan demon-y guy.
It's true. Aliens could be anything. I mean, mine was Indian. But I think she also got particularly bad foam. Yeah, and so that it takes so much time to fix up your foam, and so
well, then she spent all the time on the chest piece and then covered it up. So it was like, well,
she was trying to.
She was hiding it under the costume.
It's a phrase we use called polishing the turd.
Yeah.
And like, she was polishing the turd the whole time, and then didn't have enough time to like really make it as good as it could have been.
So sometimes it's safer to cover up.
Yeah.
I love watching how you guys sketch out the design first and how much it changes when you actually make the makeup. With hers, I really liked her sketch where it was just like a stone guy with an axe kind of running through Stonehenge, and it got all crazy with the white and the red, and it got all over the place. And I was like, oh, if she kept the first one, I think I would have liked it a little bit more.
It happens a lot. Our ideas start with one thing and end up somewhere completely different.
Because as you're sculpting and like even like making molds and pre-painting things, you start to like flesh out the character more in your head. So from the 30 minutes that we have to sketch it through the next 16 hours or so that we're building it, it can really evolve, and like you just polish that idea more.
Oh yeah. It's great.
Yeah, I do think too, though, they even pointed out it could have been salvaged if the paint job was a little bit better.
Because I think what happened was she spent so much time trying to fix her foam. She didn't get a finished painting. She
it's
went
like
in
what
and
Mr. Westmore said to Kaylin. Make sure that you have enough time.
When you're doing something that crazy, you have to make sure you paint it. I mean, if it's just a couple of colors, it's gonna ruin all the good work that you did up until that point.
Yeah, there's another phrase we use sometimes, which is fix it with paint.
Yeah, fix it with paint.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of Kaylin's this week?
I liked it.
I thought it was really cool. It was very cat-like.
I wish they showed the fingertips.
Reminds me of like a Who.
Her fingertips went like pink, orange, gold, or something.
Oh,
cool.
Yeah, that was a really cool one. It looked like I was calling it like Cat in the Hat while we were working on it.
Yeah, it has a very Dr. Seuss like Who.
But
Cat in the Hat
she made sure to get all the important points in there. She had the cat. She had the Nefertiti shape in the head. Yeah. The chin. All that. There's a lot of like Egyptian influence thrown in there, and it's not just a pyramid on the head.
Yeah.
Jason's we didn't really look at that much, but I liked that his lit up.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah.
When he walked out, it was the first one, and his head just lit up right away. That was
anything
a cool
with
detail.
The lights, I love.
Just sparkly.
I'm just a sucker for anything,
Right?
especially if something lights up blue.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just love it.
Your favorite?
It is.
Yeah. I don't even know how you did that.
Oh, I can tell. There's all kinds of blue lights around here. Yeah.
Perfect for the theme.
Yeah.
We're talking about makeup and hair trends and stuff. Let's dive into flower beards. We got to talk about the flower beard since you have a fabulous beard.
The trend of flower bearding when we were stalking you.
We did some stalking on Facebook.
My girlfriend did that to me today. It was literally today.
I love her immediately just because of that.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard of flower bearding,
is it a thing?
It's a trend. Yes, flower bearding. It's a thing.
I thought she just made this up.
It is a trend. I know about that trend.
I read an article about it.
I did, like weeks ago, and I was like, I hope this is forever.
Out of their beards.
It's phenomenal.
We did our research on you, and the first picture, flower beard, and we're like, oh my gosh, no way.
Danica just calls me. I hear her go, "You're gonna love our guest this week. Look at his flower beard," and I was like, "That is the sickest flower beard."
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah,
I was like, I have to remember to bring that up.
Yeah, we were hiking today, and on the way back, she just kept picking wildflowers and stuffing them in my face.
Oh my gosh, I love it. It's a real thing. It's all over Pinterest. Everyone's losing their minds over it.
He doesn't even know how trendy he is.
Yeah, check you out.
I'm way cooler than I thought.
So guys, if you have a super gnarly beard, put some flowers in it, and it's extra awesome.
Yeah.
Extra awesome.
All right. I'm getting a lot of like emails and Facebook messages about my beard. I didn't.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
I didn't know it was going to be a big deal.
I actually have to confess, when I, make my notes for all the contestants, my note for you was dude with awesome mohawk and beard. That's
right.
like how I distinguished you. So
It's easy enough. Yeah, if you're, I mean, there are a couple bearded guys on the season right now. I think we're the most bearded cast.
And very colorful hair on this.
And coincidentally, like my favorite cast too thus far. So
Most fun.
All right.
I'm just saying the beard
my
to
favorite
favorite
cast,
ratio
Yeah.
is.
Word.
I'm not saying it's directly coordinated, but
Okay. There's a Kaylin just informed us all of, there's a person who is like aroused by beards is called a paganophile or something. There's a word for it. There's like
Oh, it's an actual term.
there's a term for beard sluts apparently.
They should
Oh,
watch our
beard
show.
Sluts.
Yeah,
I just like beard slut.
beard slut's good.
I think that's
I would go
Do
see
they
a
have
band
different
called Beard
ones
Slut.
for different types of facial hair, like mustache sluts as well? Or
Maybe.
is it just beards?
I don't know. It's I'll have to look
Mutton
into it.
chop sluts,
Apparently, there's a whole beard world that I'm unaware of with the flower
You
bearding.
should be aware of
and-
this.
Yeah.
Flower
I
bearding
guess.
part of it.
Maybe-
I feel like this
Center of it.
episode should just be called Weirdo and Beardo.
Weirdo
You
and
like it?
beardo.
I like it.
Fine.
Yes.
I'm into that.
I don't know if we can top
Weirdo
this.
and
I think
Beardo.
this-
She's
the
totally
aliens.
weirdo. She's
we're setting the bar high
is.
already.
yeah. God, you're insane.
Weird, and we love it.
Yeah.
Because obviously we're completely normal, as
Totally.
you can
Oh,
tell.
Yeah.
There's definitely things that they cut out because they just don't have time to fit it in. And one of the things I was really upset is they didn't cut. My model did this whole Indian dance up to the center of the stage, and I did the Indian dance, but like 10 times more awkward. And they just decided to
That might be why they cut it out,
Yeah.
Sasha.
They're trying to make us look good on TV.
They're trying to make us look good, I guess. But
They're like, wow, that part was really awkward.
Yeah.
I was so proud of it.
Well,
And you
I
still-
noticed you were kind of doing the hands
Yeah.
at the end, and I was like, yay.
They only showed that one little part, but she was doing the hands the whole time, just standing there on stage, and we have to stand there for like an hour.
6 hours.
And she was just the whole time.
6
like,
hours.
I mean, I
lot
love
of
makeup,
hours.
but I want to see more of that, the weirdness
Yeah.
that you guys are. And I feel like your cast specifically is
Yeah.
really fun and weird. And I bet
We
it would
are.
just be like real world makeup style. I mean, I wish they had, hidden cameras where you guys stayed, because I'm sure that would be.
I'm sure they're going to
very
start showing more of
entertaining.
that soon enough.
I'm really glad they do not have hidden cameras where we stay.
Uh-oh.
Like Face Off After Dark.
Yeah.
Everyone having breakdowns and freaking
Everyone-
out.
Well, that and-
meltdown, sleeping.
Because we're on such like high stress levels that
Oh,
as soon as
yeah.
we get back to the house, we just talk about nothing but our makeups and how we're freaking out or we're excited about one part, and then we're just always like any free moment that we have, we're blowing off steam. So
Yeah.
we get weird in the house.
Yeah, we play a lot of
That's what I want to see.
Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, we played a lot of Cards
Oh my
Against
gosh, I
Humanity.
love that game.
We were so bored, we finished like 3 Monopoly games.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
intense.
That's a commitment.
Yeah, they don't show a lot. They should show more of that stuff sometimes, just because. They don't explain. I feel like they don't explain enough how we don't have our phones or internet or a TV or
No technology.
no
Just
technology.
completely
the
cut off.
entire time.
Yeah.
We're cut off. We can't know the news.
How
we
long
don't,
were you guys gone?
can't draw.
You
Or,
can't, we,
I guess you can't. Oh, duh.
How long were you guys
I was
gone?
like, wait.
well,
I mean, yeah.
No, it's they shoot
I'm like,
the
how
show.
long did you have to deal without Instagram and your phones?
I believe they shoot the show in like 10 weeks or something. I'm not exactly
Yeah,
sure, but
it kind of depends
it's
on
a
how
while.
many people.
You're away from, and you can't even bring books or like I wanted to bring some magic cards.
Nothing to
I'm
entertain.
a big nerd, so
You do magic?
no, not
Magic
like,
the Gathering.
Yeah, Magic the
I
Gathering.
was
Like,
like, no
magic
magic cards. I
cards?
know what magic cards are. I wish we could.
I thought you were just gonna
I
be
gotcha,
like,
I
I'm
gotcha.
a magician.
That's because of the
What?
reference. Because the reference
Yeah.
is amazing on those cards. Do you ever stare at the little
Oh, yeah,
cards? They're
always.
insane. Oh,
I
yeah.
started getting into them because of the artwork on them. but
Yeah, me too.
Now I play just because I'm a loser.
Yeah, that is
I like
awesome.
them. I like
Can
them.
we
We
have a
have a chest of them in our house, and
Nice.
Oh,
yeah.
good. Can we have a Cards Against Humanity party?
We're talking about Magic the
Yeah.
Gathering. That's not the same.
No,
Where have you been?
dyslexic. I mix up my words. No, a magic party. A magic party is what I meant.
I
was
mean,
thinking
we
magic.
can play both.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Cards Against Humanity card? Do you have like a trump
Ooh.
card
Yes,
that always wins?
I have one
I have-
because I started rewriting them, and I started.
So it's her own.
So her favorite
Created
the
one
one
she made
that-
up.
I started putting the names of all of the people from our crew and cast on it. So those are my favorite ones, actually.
I really like Rush Limbaugh's soft, shitty body.
Oh, I like that one. My
one of
favorite
those.
is a really cool hat. For whatever reason, anytime somebody plays a really cool hat, that wins.
Wait,
Yeah.
we
It
do
doesn't
have
matter
a
what it
favorite
is.
one. The
I don't even have a favorite. I'm like, how do you guys have favorite cards lined up?
We play a lot.
A lot of
We
Cards
play
Against
dedication.
a
Humanity.
lot.
Yeah.
I would say 60 games of that.
Yeah,
easily.
definitely. I got really good at ping pong.
Yeah,
while we
ping
were on the
pong. Red light, green light. We did a lot of that.
Do you
Played-
feel like a family?
Hide and go seek.
Totally.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're stuck with
A
each
crazy
other.
family?
Yeah.
A lot of hide and go seek
Yeah, that was
in
fun.
the dark. Yeah.
You got scared and had to quit.
Yes. It was so scary.
That does not surprise me
Dark.
at all.
Yeah, a lot of we play this game called Drop It in My Mouth, where someone
Oh,
someone
God.
lays at the bottom of the staircase and someone stands at the top of the staircase and drops food items and tries to
Yeah.
people at the bottom have to catch it in
Are
their
your
mouth.
eyes open or closed?
I would hope. I mean, it's you
You're
have an
gonna get
advantage
hit
if
in
it's
the
open because
face.
you can kind of try to move around and try to grab it. But if you close your eyes, then you avoid something possibly going in your
Yeah.
eyes. But we
It
did
was a lot of
So
popcorn.
like, what's in my
Usually
mouth?
popcorn.
Yeah, not what's in my
Gave me
mouth.
flavor.
Someone
Drop
did
it.
a tomato.
Drop it in my mouth.
Really?
And
In my
over
mouth,
what's
yeah.
in
We're
my
also
mouth.
Don't
makeup
get it in my
artists.
eye.
Yeah. A lot of people were.
It's an interesting game.
I have an afro pick for my beard. And
this is
a lot of people were throwing that like a dart and trying
Yeah.
to stick it in my beard.
Yeah.
That is
Oh
a
my
terrifying
gosh.
game.
Damien and Sig were both
There was
pretty
some,
good.
Yeah, there's some good.
Yeah.
I feel like that could have easily been called "Let's watch our co-contestant get stabbed in the face."
Yeah. No, there was. I kept covering my eyes and stuff, but after a while they got good.
So when the cameras turned off, Face Off turned to Jackass, basically.
More or
you
less,
guys were
yeah.
pushing each other downstairs.
We played games where
throwing
we
things
were
at
like
each other.
throwing things at each other's nuts. Like
Oh,
literally
so
like
literally
from
from
Jackass.
Jackass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Played a lot of Damien and I played a lot of throw things at each other's balls.
So you heard it here first,
Yeah.
guys. George and Damien, they're the new Steve-O and Johnny Knoxville.
No cell
Apparently.
phones. No
No.
nothing. So
No.
so this is what happens.
This is what happened.
Yeah. When people
Juicy
stop being
details.
polite and start getting real.
No
real
phones to film or document what's
No.
happening. So.
There were times where like things would happen and I would take out my imaginary phone and open it.
Oh yeah.
And you
Oh,
just
no,
take
no,
a little
That's good. No,
imaginary picture.
I had a time where I had this constant thing where I'd be like, wait, I can't find my cell phone. Like just to do it.
That's good.
Just to do it.
I love you, Sasha.
Just to
We
freak out.
accidentally got a hold of someone's phone once and we took a picture of someone's
Oh
butt.
yeah,
I think.
somebody took a picture of
Someone's butt.
I forget
and
who
then-
it was, but there was an ass on one of the crew members'
Yeah.
phones.
The one time we got a hold of a phone.
Yeah.
We couldn't even code into their phone, but we're just so happy
Yeah.
to touch one.
It felt wrong at the time.
Yeah,
It
it
felt
really
like we were-
did.
yeah.
And we instantly put it back down. We're
Yeah.
like, okay, that was bad.
So
enough.
you
That was
finally
really
get
bad.
access to technology, and you're like, quick, take a picture of a butt. Quick. We
Yeah.
finally have a phone. We've been
Yes.
waiting for this moment.
There's been so many missed butt picture opportunities. Yeah.
So you guys would just be on set and you'd see a PA like playing with their phone and you'd be like, oh my god, I want that.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
so weird.
What's it like?
I want
Yeah.
that. Can I
What's
just look
happening
at
on
the
the internet?
screen, please?
Go to Reddit. Just go to Reddit once. Mm.
Did you
Vote
pin
something
anything
for me.
exciting?
I don't care.
Yeah.
So you went a little crazy, but in the best way possible.
Yeah.
No technology.
No, it was like
In
being in the
best
Stone
way.
Age.
Yeah, it was nice to see what it's like in the Stone Age.
We actually had to talk to people and
Yeah,
not
we just
have them
talked
like
to
looking down at
real
their phones every
conversation.
5
What?
minutes.
With
It was
each other.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it weird when you got home and you had a billion messages?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
My
Oh, I bet.
I spent the first couple of days like just staring at my phone because there were like I had like 1,000 emails.
Want
and
to hear
I
the
just-
saddest thing? I didn't get any of when I turned my phone back on. All my messages and phone calls were just not there.
Maybe no one loves you.
I remember I was like, Sasha, did you get all my texts? And you were like, nope.
I didn't get anyone. My mom said she like would like fake write me every day and send me these texts like almost
She
every
would
day.
fake write
I didn't
you?
get any of them. Yeah.
I don't think you get texts.
Well, she wrote me, but she knew I couldn't.
about writing me,
Yeah.
but she never did it.
She wrote me. She knew I couldn't receive it, but she still sent it. And
Yeah. All right.
just sent it.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Lots of love you didn't receive, but I'm sure it was getting sent to you.
Yeah.
I love how George is like, you interrupted my story to talk
Sorry.
about how
I
you
did.
had
Did you
not.
shut
Go
your
back.
mouth? Did you seriously just shut your mouth?
I will
I don't
now.
even remember what I was saying.
I didn't.
You had a lot of messages. Sasha had none.
Oh yeah, I mean, I just scrolled through. Most of them were just from Verizon telling me to pay my bill and whatnot.
Like you
I didn't even get those messages.
No, well, you pay your bills apparently.
Well, this episode was really fun. I am really excited about next week's, though.
I am too. That's just a weird topic. The trees, twisted
Yeah.
trees.
Twisted
Yeah, we'll have to
trees.
see what happens.
And it looks like there's some superhero
foliage.
kind of other challenge or something going on. It looked like there was some action figures, something.
Yeah,
Maybe.
something like that.
Something like
Maybe.
that.
Yes.
Oh, just
Maybe.
a little sneak peek.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess we should dive into some predictions.
Oh,
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
where's it coming from?
predictions.
Headphones. Your headphones.
Space.
Just kidding. Your antennas.
Your antenna.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, I want to ask you your predictions, but you guys can't tell us anything. So, Elena, what do you predict?
I mean, I'm just excited to see more from everybody who's on here, really. I feel like I think Jason hasn't really gotten that much screen time. I feel like something big is coming from him. I'm looking at you guys. You're like,
Yeah.
nope, not gonna tell you anything.
I think Barry wins.
Aww.
Oh,
Was that
Barry
like a
should
rest
listen
in
to you.
peace?
Yeah.
Like
He can
died?
still, he can still win fan favorite.
He
He
could.
can still win
could
fan
still.
He
favorite.
could still win fan favorite.
Barry's my fan favorite.
Me too.
Next to me.
Yeah.
Next to
Yeah, I was
I'm
like,
my
shouldn't
own
you
fan,
guys be
no, like-
promoting yourselves for
Yeah.
fan favorite?
Vote for
Yeah.
Barry. Vote for Barry.
A vote for Barry is a vote for Sasha.
A vote for Sasha is a vote for
That's
Sasha.
true. Yeah, yeah. Fair
Come on,
enough.
Sasha, get it together.
If
What
you guys
other-
don't know what we're talking about, by voting we mean all you have to do is hashtag faceoff and tweet your fan favorite with their Twitter handles. So that's what we're talking about. If you guys
Yeah,
feel
and
a
then the
little
winner
lost,
gets $10,000 at the end of the
$10,000.
season.
I'm still not really sure how Twitter works.
Me neither. I cannot figure it out. And for being
You
dyslexic-
guys,
Love Twitter.
you can make so much money. Time to get on.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm dyslexic.
you can have it.
And so reading it, I see my name, and then I see a whole bunch of like symbols, and then I see like the like a word like beautiful, and I'm like, I think that they're just saying my makeup was beautiful. Like that's awesome. Like, but it's like
This is why you're a makeup artist.
Yeah.
I only
and
pick
an
up on
artist,
certain words.
Yeah.
not a lawyer.
Yeah, I didn't. I meant under my makeup was beautiful because I saw it because someone said that.
I want to
today.
hear the rest of your guys' predictions.
I'm
Our
sorry. We
predictions.
interrupted.
I feel like through editing so far and what we've seen, the ones that have really shined out to me are the two of you, Sig, Kaylin. I almost said Keeglin. I almost do that every time.
She hates it when you call her Keeglin.
Kaylin, I know your name, girl.
Keeglin.
And Stella is really shining a lot. Those are the ones that
Yeah.
are like right in my face right
I
now.
want
that
to see
wanna
more from Dina
succeed.
too. I just really like the cake decorating
Yeah.
background and that first challenge, the piping. I just thought was so cool.
She does some cool, like if you've seen her cakes online and stuff, she does amazing work
They're insane.
in edible stuff.
Yeah.
And like seeing that translate into makeup is so cool.
Yeah.
Because Dina's like, she's super talented and she's a good person. So it's not like one of those people who's really talented and you just want to hate him. I mean, you do want to hate her because she's so good, but she's nice enough that you can't hate her.
Oh, I like that you guys help each other out too. We saw
guys
that
are all friends
last
with each
episode
other.
too.
Yeah. Well, we live together and we only have each other to talk to. So if you're gonna be a dick to somebody, it's just gonna come right back on.
Yeah.
It is
Oh,
cool though
yeah.
how we all do help each other, even though we're competing against each other. Yeah, everyone was like,
It's not
they were
one of
really
those
nice to me too.
Yeah, because
Dramatic, gossipy kind of reality shows where
you see
there's
some of the
catfights.
challenges,
Yeah.
and people are like sabotaging each other, and and you guys instead are saying,
Yeah.
hey, if anybody has some time, they need some help with their mold, come
Yeah.
help out.
That'd be
and-
so
Like
mean,
I was,
though.
and I was so green that like everyone could have been kind of mean to me, but they were really nice.
But you don't come across as green at all. I know you're young and you feel green. Like, on camera, it looks like the same as everyone else's. You know, everyone's is so amazing. You have to be so talented to even get on the show. So to even make it as far as you guys have so far is a huge accomplishment.
You can't doubt yourself. I want to see more from Doc too, because I feel like he started to doubt himself, and I feel like once you start to do that, then you know, when you lose that confidence, then your work suffers a little bit.
That's definitely true.
Yeah, once you start thinking negatively like that, you just go down a bad path, and you end up screwing yourself.
And I feel like you know, Michael Westmore got in his head a little bit, and he does that. Yeah, I feel like I want to see. I'm hoping that he'll bounce back, but I'm worried that maybe it's a trajectory where now he's thinking, you know, too negatively to pull himself out of it.
I think you'll see some cool stuff out of Doc next week.
All right. Well, I'm excited for next week's episode. We get to see what twisted trees you guys come up with. But where can they find you guys online?
Twitter, you gotta make some money, right?
Twitter, Instagram. Promote yourself. Put yourself out right now.
George Troester at Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Gmail. I don't know. Take your pick.
Sasha Glasser. Same.
Same.
Be enthusiastic, guys. 10 grand can buy a lot of magic cards. Come on.
But all that self-promotion just feels so douchey.
I know. Promoting myself, and there's no money on the line for me.
Tweet at Sasha. Tweet at George. Do it. Face off.
Yeah. And where can they tweet you?
You can tweet me at Elena Jordan.
And you can tweet me, Instagram me, and Facebook me at Danica Kennedy. Thank you for watching, you guys, and see you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.